Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today for you I have a mighty review of Spaceland. But before I dive into the review here, I do want to send a personal apology to Tortuga Team. They are the developers and publishers of this game. They actually had offered me a key for this game a long time ago to do a review. I accepted the key, as you can tell, but unfortunately, due to different circumstances, I was actually never able to get that review underway until more recently. I was able to clear things up in my life schedule, my YouTube schedule, and etc. to give this game coverage as I had promised to them. So once again, Tortuga Team, I am sorry, but let's get this review underway. So this is Spaceland. It is a turn-based strategy game with with role-playing elements. It is definitely heavily influenced by games like XCOM. And when I say heavily influenced, I mean heavily influenced by XCOM. Although I do see similarities to games such as Shadowrun and other turn-based strategy games of its nature. It does have role-playing elements. Not so much in the realm as your character levels up, but you can get better gear, upgrade your different gear, your body armor. You can unlock new abilities as you progress through the game, stuff that improves your characters, as well as there's actually a storyline here with the game as well. Now there's no interaction type events. It's all kind of just like an automatic rolling story. It is an indie title that is available on Windows PC, which is actually what you're seeing footage here of. It's actually available for mobile devices, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation 4. And it actually does also have a co-op mode, which I didn't get to try to do. Sorry, folks. I looked at it, and I'm not really too sure of how to actually do the co-op mode. So I just focused on doing the single player just to get a feel of the game. And you know, things can go out from there. I'm sure the co-op mode, especially if you have a friend that you can play with, is a much better experience. Although I can't say I was actually disappointed in the single player experience as well. Now you get 4 characters in the game. There's Jim, which is pretty much the primary character you play. Barrett, which is kind of like some type of space cowboy. You have Tara, who is an engineer, and then you have Corporal Marcus. Corporal Marcus is a space marine. That's the big burly lad with the Gatling gun. So, what did I like about the game? Generally speaking, for me, the graphics did work. I mean, they're not amazing graphics, but they work fairly good. The sound works pretty good too. All the different guns have different sounds. I actually like the shotgun sound the best, but even the energy rifle, the laser rifle that the engineer has, Tara, it doesn't sound bad. The assault rifle doesn't sound bad. None of the guns sound bad, or none of the different types of attacks or anything like that actually sounds bad. Nothing sounds bad. Once again, nothing overly amazing, but it works. Now, the one thing I did spot almost instantly was a lack of VSync and graphic options. Basically, your graphic options is you can set it to low, medium, and high, and there is no VSync. I'm not sure how much it's actually going to show up in the replay, but I was constantly having screen tearing when I was playing the game. Let's see. Lack of character depth. You know, don't get me wrong. You know the different kinds of characters, and you know the different types of roles they play, but they're not really in depth. They're not really fleshed out characters, and nothing in my playtime, nothing really indicated to me that was going to change. I'm not saying I beat the game, because I did not beat the game, to be honest, but I got about 3 hours into the game, and basically I was able to decipher that the character depth was not really well fleshed out or put to the forefront of the game. It wasn't the primary part of the game. Now there's daily missions, which is kind of cool, that can help you with earning extra credits and upgrade chips and things like that. So that does help out with your character progression. As I said, there's also co-op. Now I don't really know how it works, but that is, to me, that's actually favorable, that you can actually play the game with your buddies online. Also, I like the variety of missions. There's different types of missions. Everything from kill every enemy in here to kill this specific enemy, which in that mission, it was a certain type of enemy that was kind of a really slow moving juggernaut that I couldn't just shoot him up and walk away. I had to outflank him. I had to shoot him in the back, things of that nature. There's different types of missions where you got to get the one mission, you have to rescue Tara, and then the following mission, you have to get her to a certain computer on the map so she can do her task, which is download the data, and then you can exit the map. So there's a variety of different types of missions. Some are extracting data, some are defending an area. There's just different kinds of things. And that's actually one thing that stands out to me the most, is that it's just not like a run and gun type thing, that there actually is depth to the missions, how the missions lay out themselves. So I have to give them an A+ for that, especially for an indie developer that actually put the forethought in of making the missions different. They're not all the same. And some of the missions can get pretty extensive. The one daily mission I actually tried today took me roughly 40 minutes to get through it. So some of the missions are actually pretty tough, and you got to put a lot of forethought into them. I also like how the weapons have different special abilities, such as like pistols, your secondary weapons, which they don't do much damage, but they have infinite ammo. You actually do have ammo, a certain set amount of ammo that the characters carry, which that does upgrade over time as you upgrade their weapons. But that being said, also on the maps, there is health pickups and there's ammo pickups that you can use, and you kind of have to use them tactically. You have to think about when you're going to use them, when's a good time to use them, and what characters need it the most. The hardest one was actually Marcus, Corporal Marcus, because he actually can only attack 3 times with his minigun. Now, it's really powerful when he does attack with it, but that really limits how effective that character is, how long that character can continuously shooting his gun, things of that nature. All that being said, I did have a fairly pleasant experience. It runs on Steam for $15. I don't think it was a bad game, folks, but I don't think it was an amazing game either. So honestly, for PC players, I really can't recommend this game. For other players out there, such as Nintendo Switch, they might not have anything like this on Nintendo Switch, or even on the fact that you can play it on a mobile device as well. I kind of feel dirty saying, oh God, mobile gaming, but this is going to be a type of game they don't necessarily have on mobile. And I have actually played mobile games in the past. This actually has fairly good quality for a game that's been ported to a mobile device. PlayStation 4, I'm not 100% sure of their realm of strategy games, but I just think for the realm of the PC player, I really don't see a need for another XCOM type game. But if you're looking for a cheap XCOM type game for your PC, this is actually a very good option, folks. So I'm not saying that this is a bad game. Just personally for me, in my shoes, with my game library, this game really just does not stack up to the other games I have available, even in the realm of strategy games. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed my review of Spaceland. Once again, I do want to say, I'm sorry to trying to say it, Tortuga team, for giving me an opportunity to review their game. I will admit it was a pleasant experience. Anyway, folks, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and have yourself a wonderful day.